in, sports family. Also, go to all social media platforms. Link will be in the description. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. It helps the channel grow. Thank you. Hey, what's up, y'all? Hey, man, thank y'all for tuning in early. All right, so yeah, bro, we gonna do open topics today. We're gonna talk about what y'all want to talk about, and we're gonna talk about some of these games, and we just gonna get into it, man. You know how we do it. Whatever y'all gotta say, basically leave it in the comment section, and we're gonna definitely get into it. But I wanted to definitely, just help y'all just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just find some direction. And then, as far as like teams for next year, I would love to know what teams that, some of y'all players gonna go to. I would love to see, what you guys gonna do far as for the future. What do y'all what grade do y'all give yourself far as for the, effort that y'all put in? Just basically chill, talk. Let me see who we got in here. We got Coach Day. Got it. Okay, we're gonna definitely talk rank up for sure. Okay, yeah, we can talk. We're gonna let a few more people get in the building, man. Because one of the things, Coach, I seen some stuff right where a guy was just breaking down, the statistics and the possibility of a player actually making it to the league, and just how he was saying that it's $100,000 jobs that's missing, but only 35 people out of millions make it to the NBA, or stuff like that. So that's some stuff we need to think about. Why education is important. Why pursuing those type of jobs to where you have a great career, even if it's not basketball, that type of stuff. Because if one is oversaturated and the other one is basically empty, we know the probability of one making it in one section versus the other one is lower and one higher. One is higher of actually becoming successful. So some of that stuff that I wanted to, talk to the students about, to the kids, the players. What do y'all want to do outside of basketball? What y'all want to do outside of football? What y'all want to do outside of other things? You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, Coach, I'm just just let them come in as we can touch back on it. But far for the ranked up, I don't know if the ranked up was just for Atlanta. I don't know if it was just for Atlanta, but they did have a few teams, and honestly, I don't really feel like these were the best teams. I do feel like some of them was like you had the EMS, ABA. I don't think RDU was in there, but then you had a team called Atlanta Stingrays. They were pretty good, and then you had a couple more other teams. So I didn't really see that many teams in the whole thing. So, but the games that I've seen Atlanta Stingrays beat the mess out of DEA from Georgia. I seen East Metro beat the mess out of ABA. But as I was saying yesterday, I thought that teams from other states should have played against each other. That's how I thought that it should have went. Because, like, let's say if a team like Duval Jags, right? Let's say Duval Jags. If Duval Jags lost and they're trying to play in, right? And then you got ABA who lost and they're trying to play in, those two should have played against each other instead of it being it being like, okay, they come to one spot and then you got EMS who got to play ABA for the 16th time. I don't think that EMS should have to play ABA for that spot because they already played against each other. ABA should have played against somebody else. And as far as for the games that I've seen, Atlantic, what was it? Coach, what's up? What's up, Coach? How you doing? So far as the Atlantic team, you know, they were a good team, but like to me, it was one of those things where they played a really good team and then it just didn't pan out, you know, like that. They didn't really do as well because now they finally meet a team that does like it did everything the right way, which is EMS. EMS, I believe, beat them probably about 30 to 6. So I don't I just think that it's some things that needs to be worked on, you know what I'm saying? And it just didn't play. Oh, okay, that's Coach Day. But yeah, it just didn't work out the way that I thought it, you know, that it thought it was, you know, because the other thing, and let me know what y'all think about this, Coach. The other thing that I think the way that it should go is you remember how we talked about certain teams, that actually um that were good, but they didn't really play anybody, and they're not known, right? So if we run across those teams, those should be the teams that have to meet against each other, play against each other, and then the people that win that, then you know they get a bid inside. But far as teams that only lost one game in the season, like the ABA, and you have some other teams like the Stingray. Stingray is not going to be in the YNC because they lost. But just think, they was already undefeated. They was undefeated. So now the first loss that they got basically bounced them out. So I think that they should have to play teams that are unknown. You know, they should have to enter the ranked up in order to be recognized and noticed. Because if nobody noticed these people, these teams, this is the time that you utilize that moment, you know what I'm saying, so they can know who each other is and play against each other and stuff like that. But I don't know. I'm still feeling slighted the fact that ABA didn't make it and they only lost. Well, they did get blew out to EMS. But like I say, EMS possibly has their number when you play against a team that literally played you 3 times. You played them 3 times. Of course, something is going to happen traumatic. If they play ABA again, it might be 25-0 ABA way. So I didn't want them to play against a team that they already had to play against. So I you know, definitely in disagreement with that. But I do think that the rank up will definitely be necessary. I think that doing that, it it basically created, you know, an avenue for those who, you know, may have been slighted to get into the, you know, the tournament and possibly play well. And I also think it should go off performance. If they're performing well, they should still somehow get a bid, you know, for the tournament. And I think it should be optional. So like if you don't make it in the YNC, you should possibly make it with the AYF. And I think that it should be an avenue for both, you know, depending on which one they plan for. Because when it's everything just cut and dry, we're gonna have a lot of people that slighted. So I don't think that, you know, the way that they doing it is the right format at this moment, but I think it's a great start. I definitely think that. Coach Dede says I agree with you, and it's some great teams that's under the radar. I don't think seeing teams from the same states fighting to get in. Yes, and that's the part where I dislike. You should not have to. There should have never been another game between ABA and EMS ever because they played against each other already in the league. And I think the way that it was set up for them to play in only one of the teams make it. But like I said, they were a team that was winning throughout the season, beating great teams. They won a lot of games. So therefore, you know, don't punish them because now, like I said, it created. I want to say this had to be the weakest year yet, and the reason why I'm saying that because as long as I've been covering football or any type of sports, right? as long as I've been covering any of these sports, I have never in my life seen so many cancellation games, so many teams backing out of games, so many teams unwilling to play, the best teams. But I understand why now, because when you got teams like ABA who played the best team, was undefeated in the season for a while, and then don't even make it to the YNC after losing only at the time one game. I see why some teams didn't play against each other. They just wanted to secure a spot, so they don't have to play in the ranking. But like I said, now we're not going to get the best games. We're not going to get it because there's no reward in playing good teams, and especially if you lose. So I know CBE, they started off losing, but they, end up eventually winning and stuff like that. So they're going to play, I believe, Dragon Elite first round. So they're going to play teams. But if they didn't, beat District Heights, I don't think they would have been in it. But they belong. They could have played in the ranked in if they didn't beat the, certain teams. But Coach Tim McDaniel Shabazz says, he said these teams should be playing other outside of their individual league to be eligible to get invited to the YNC. He said, I'm not sure exactly how the rank up worked. Well, you had at least two teams, which was ABA, and this shows you that ABA was one of the teams that belonged. So ABA played another team, right? I believe it was Atlantic, something like that. They played another team and they beat the team, and then they had to play who you call they had to play EMS, and they lost to EMS. So now what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Like now what you call them is not going. What's their team? ABA is not going, but now they only lost 2 games in the season. So I'm not sure what happened with that. But that's crazy. Let me see. Man, hey coach, I had some videos, man. It just did not upload, man. I wanted to show these kids, I wanted to show them, and it was some really great information, because like now we get to the point where we got to start talking about I guess, hold on, I think this went off. Now we got to start talking about, just like the next step, because I believe even though they only 12, some of them already is prepared for high school, like the Eric Paul Jr. You know what I'm saying? They prepare for high school, and yeah, and these teams, they definitely these players, they should definitely be prepared for high school, because I know teams like Rare Breed. I don't know if you've seen Rare Breed's Tenue. Man, these kids already playing like they ready for high school. So I definitely think that will be, the standard. Like preparing these kids for high school, interviewing your coach, seeing what the coaches had to offer. What do they, what do they have planned for you as a player? Do they have coaches or recruits that they talk to on a daily basis? What are some of the, the schemes and stuff that they run? Because like one of the coaches that came on here, he was saying that if you're a great receiver, it don't make sense to go to a running team. So to interview somebody, it makes all the sense in the world. So if you running with somebody that run like power or I formation and stuff like that, and you're a wide receiver, you don't want to go to that team. You want to go to a team that's predominantly passing. So therefore you get the recognition, and you not just end up blocking. So we have to, put these kids in the best position to win. Because if they're not in the best position to win, then what happens? They're going to go to a team. They're not going to be utilized. They're not going to get the full potential out of the kids, and the kids is basically gonna go by the wayside. So you have to understand some of these things. You have to understand the type of coaching that you're gonna go play for. Because yes, you're doing well, you know what I'm saying, Pop Warner, but then youth football, but then when you go up a level, how would you thrive then? You may not play as well because, like I said, if y'all not getting the full, I guess stuff out of you, you feel me? Then it's not going to matter. So those are some of the things that y'all need to be looking forward to. Y'all can go to some high schools, see what type of coaches that they have, and and it might work for you. It might work for you, but don't go to no high school that goes against you as a player. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta make those type of decisions. Man, I wish I had this video, man. This video, it was crazy, coach. It's something I believe every kid needs to see. And it's pretty entertaining. So I don't think none of them would get bored with it or anything, but it just didn't upload. It just didn't upload. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, what y'all think about the rank up? What y'all think far as for this season? What y'all think? I mean, it's the first one, so you already know it's gonna be kinks. So they had to do trial and error. They definitely got to do trial and error. So from me, if my perspective, I just think where they went wrong was definitely when they put two of the same teams in the same league in this tournament, because I believe that like what was displayed was, okay, even though ABA lost to EMS, it showed you that ABA was still one of the teams that belonged. Showed you that no other team could have beaten them. So if they played outside of that, then what would have been the outcome? What would have been the results? You feel what I'm saying? So we definitely got to figure that out. Man, I need to also talk to the RDU people, because I don't know if they're going to nationals. I don't think I definitely know that they didn't play in the ranked in. So I don't know if that's going to hurt them or prevent them from actually going to the YNC. But that's another team that belongs. That's another team. So they played in D1 Spec, and who you think won it? So any tournament that these teams have played in, they won it. FU just played in the state. They played Fairburn. They play Stonecrest, aka Decatur Army. And what you think was the outcome? They beat these teams. Hey Ken, you were unable to get Jonah or Clayton on the program to discuss some of these rankings or the YSC. You know what? What I just found out. So I'll work on it. I'll work on it, Coach. What I found out is that Jonas, from where I reached out, he's not even the person that really be running the page, in the area that I reached out, So I saw him there, and because I forgot his contact, I had lost it for I don't know how, but I lost it. So I got his contact, and then I'll reach out to him, because sometimes, when you're trying to reach out to somebody, it doesn't always get back to that individual that you try to reach out to. But I definitely talked to him about it. Hopefully he'll be willing and able to come on here. But I didn't know to you guys if it felt too late because of the YSC getting ready to start. So you still would like to try to get him on here. All right, so I try to make that happen. So I'm not guaranteed, but me and Jonah pretty cool. Me and Clayton pretty cool, And so I wouldn't see there being a issue unless time conflicted. So I definitely reach out to him. And I think the other thing that I was trying to do, I was supposed to get EP on here. I was supposed to get EP and just talk about his season, what he got to come, what he got to look forward to. And I think number one is another special player. I think that this kid is going to be special just in general because number one for Falcons United, I think really just keeping him focused and dedicated to the sport and working out because I really think that that's all natural talent. You know what I'm saying? So that would be somebody that I would love to get on here. He was supposed to, but I really don't want to get them on because I don't feel like I don't want to be distracting to them. You know what I'm saying? But hey man, I don't know where everybody at today. Man. Where y'all at? I had some that I had wanted to show y'all. And then I had some players, man, that wanted to come on. So I lost the profile account. So be looking forward to. I think next week we'll be in the YNC. And the other thing is we'll try to go live with some of these players. And then the other thing, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with boxing. If y'all like boxing, we're gonna transition once this season over to boxing. So we're gonna keep it going year round, so we don't just stop the content, because we got some young bulls with some promising futures for boxing. And then the other thing is, I'm gonna say this too, because I know a lot of people are gonna watch the replay. This is why I keep delaying bringing on like NFL players because I don't want to bring them on, right? Because like if I do bring them on, I'm looking for you guys to have questions. But if you're not here and you're not tuning in, then there's nobody here to ask the questions that that they will otherwise have a chance to ask. But the support and the attendance have to be there. So if you guys want me to bring somebody, because they there, they just waiting on me to say, hey man, they ready. They've been very supportive. They're gonna be in the building, they're gonna be there. What if I had somebody here today? Then what you gonna say? Oh man, why you didn't tell me? Why you didn't do this? So, hey man, you gotta make sure, man, y'all tuning in. Y'all make sure. And I know some of y'all are at practice because they are preparing for the YNC. Some of them traveling, some of them not doing anything, but we got to show the support, fellas. We got to do that. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. It said, Coach Tim McDonough Shabazz says, there go KJ. KJ, what's up? KJ from 319. He says, yeah, where's everyone at? The chat is usually crowded with players. Maybe they have practice getting ready for their respective tournament. Yes. And I think actually, Coach, I probably had started the stream a little too early because like I know right now they're trying to get all the kinks out. They try and get all the kinks out the way. So so they can prepare for the YNC before they get on the road. Let me see. Noah, man, PME 10 winning AYF. PME 10U winning AYF D1. Hey, you think so? You think so? Whoa. Let me see. Hey, EMS locked in. Yeah, see, they pulling in late. They pulling in late, Coach. Hey, where y'all coming from? He said, hey, Bando, y'all coming from practice? I know it had to be practice because I'm like, man, like they usually tune in, you know what I'm saying? I'd be looking to get them something to look forward to. You know what I'm saying? We could talk sports. Yesterday, man, Coach, I don't know if y'all was in here, but they had the Chargers. They had the Chargers players that tuned in. He said, by the way, number 9 from EMS, and yeah, okay. Coach Dede, he says, let me see. Coach Dede said PME had a tough game out Georgia a while back, I believe. So PME, how many games they lost? How many games y'all lost? Because I think y'all got a really good chance. But man, I would say this. I don't know what teams are going to the AYF, but I know a lot of great teams are being in the YNC. So I'm not sure. I think for each age group, man, one has more than the other. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even really sure. But yeah, man, y'all definitely may have a great chance of winning. Let me see. Yeah, I think everybody, man, they gonna be covering practice. They were like, man, why you stop the stream? Man, I was coming, I was at practice. And that's why another player, matter of fact, coach, another player was trying to get on, but they were saying, can we do it at 10? I said 10. Man, like I be squeezing in, you know what I'm saying, some of these streams. And I also, one of the other things that we was talking about yesterday was the OG Ducks playing in the AYF. And I think that even on the side, man, they should somehow, if like let's say if RDU end up winning it, if they win the 4-peat, they will make history. And if they win and OG Ducks win, I think they should, still they should still set something up so they can play against each other again. Because this whole time, I thought that they were going to play against each other again. This whole time. I'm thinking, that's why we did the brackets and we had OG Ducks in it. And then when I got the OG Ducks coaches on here, that's when they told me that they was playing AYF. And I'm like, the AYF? I thought you guys were playing, I thought you guys were playing in the YNC. But I mean, either way, man, they both got some great teams. I think 13U is going to be the toughest for AYF, but also it's going to be tough in the YNC. So you got some teams, I believe, that's going to play both. I disagree with that, but hey, if you feel like you can win both and do what Coach Sean did, then you know what I'm saying, go ahead by any means. But don't let that be the reason why if you do lose, don't let that be excuse. Man, we played in 2 tournaments. Choose one. You know what I'm saying? And the one that you feel is gonna be the most competitive, that's the one you choose. But yeah, coach, man, they don't want to talk today, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this stream, man. If y'all knew, definitely hit the like button. I mean, hit the like button and the subscribe button, man. I appreciate those, what I'm saying, for tuning in. But that's why I said, but that's why I was saying open topic. The open topic is really what y'all want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really don't want to be up here rambling. I want to go off what y'all got to say, for today. Because I really didn't come up here with no topics in mind, no subject that I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to, feed off you guys. PME played Trauma Unit last month. PME played Trauma Unit, so then they must have lost against Trauma Unit because the only one that I know that played against Trauma Unit and won is RDU. Every other team, I believe that Trauma Unit won. Oh yeah, what do y'all think? What do y'all think about Trauma Unit and SED playing first in the YNC? What y'all think about that game? Who y'all got coming out of that? Because honestly, that's going to be a tough game. Tim McDaniel says, hey Ken and Coach Dede, have y'all heard anything about people eliminating the 14U division nationwide? Nah, I wouldn't do that though. I would not do that. That is silly. What, they trying to force them to play junior varsity? I mean, and then we already know, man, in varsity, junior varsity, they don't have the best teams. They don't have the best teams. A lot of teams are playing, are playing like youth football. So I wouldn't do that. Why do that? Teams get the most repetition. So like when you going, so say for instance, if a team, play 14U and they play 14U, right? And they don't want to play for high school or whatever that is. They're still getting the best competition. They're playing the best competition. To be honest, they're still playing the best competition. It won't be no different from middle school. Now the competition comes when you're on varsity, and I've seen the players that play for Rare Breeds. A lot of them ain't even starting. So why would they want to sit on the bench when they can still utilize that time to continue to get better? So I disagree. If that's the case, they're trying to eliminate 14U. I really disagree. I really disagree because now it's basically saying that we're going to force them to play. We're going to force them to play. Let me see what you're saying, Coach. 14U is another stepping stone before high school. Exactly. And I feel like they're going to get the best repetition, among right before high school, because if they go there, like I say, when they in the 10th grade, I think that's when they're going to be actually, more developed. They're going to be a lot more skilled. He's like, are you going to, John Wilson says, are you going to the YNC? Yes, sir. We definitely supposed to be in the building, at the YNC. So, hopefully we definitely see y'all next week when it goes on. Coach Tim McDaniel says, well, yeah, the argument is they should play JV, high school ball. No, man, I disagree. Because I think we can agree on this. In 14U, I believe that it's safe to say that they get more exposure. A lot of people can go to their games. People don't have to, reach out to the city to get to their games. Just like when I went to a middle school ball game, they told me that, oh, well, you have to go downtown to get permission to be on the field. Like, what? Is it about downtown or is it about the kids? I shouldn't have to do none of that. Y'all rather nobody film the game as opposed to just letting somebody on the field so these kids can have basically have something to look forward to seeing when they get older. So then nobody filmed the game and they didn't care. So that's the part that I disagree with on schools. I don't like the schools because they try to coerce you to do certain things, and it's not about the kids. So the fact that it's not about the kids, I disagree. I really do. So Coach says, yeah, I think SED is coming out on top in that game against Trauma Unit. Coach. I don't know. Well, they beat them last year, so it definitely be a rematch. And I think that Trauma Unit has a really great chance. I can say that. You know, I can definitely attest to that part. John Wilson said Camo plays Hair first round. Wow. Hair is really good. So they said they want them. Oh, Ellen Smiley, what's up, man? Hey, I meant to get you on. I meant to get you on here today. I should have sent you a link. I should have got you on here today. Camo plays Hair first round. I'm pretty sure NYC going to be very good. Be a very good game. Yes. And I hope when they do these, man, these games, they kind of space them out to where we actually able to really just go to these games because whoo, that's gonna be tough right there. And then I had Camo on here, and they saying that they are really their team that now has an offense because Camo wasn't never known for having an offense. But when I seen them, I said this: either that team just don't have no defense, or Camo or offense got better. So let's see. Coach Dede says 14U gives most players a chance to go to a better school than they already in. Exactly, for sure, exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the thing, man. That's the part I don't like because they want you to play JV, right? But if you play JV, you still not gonna get no notoriety. You get way more exposure playing youth football than you do JV. They're not gonna look. Nobody even go to JV games. I remember one of the coaches asked me to go to a JV game. I went. Literally nobody out there filming. Nobody. So I don't agree with them trying to make people, teenagers, 14U, trying to play JV football. I disagree with that. And I'm going to always disagree with that because, like I said, when you go to them schools, what do? They try to regulate everything, make sure certain players don't get on, or film crew don't get on the field and all that other stuff, man. Nah, we don't want to go through that. Let these kids play and let these babies, play up to 14U because they still developing, and a lot of them really want to play varsity, don't even want to play JV. They want to play varsity, but then when they play varsity, they're not going to get any playing time. So, like I said, a couple players from Rare Breeds, few players from Rare Breeds, really don't even start. Some of them don't even get in the game, and they're good. They're just as good. So, yeah, man, I'm totally against that. I'm totally against that. John Wilson says, Ellen Smiley said, "What's up?" And then John Wilson said, he said, "What you think about ABA 13U going to YNC now?" I think they deserve it. But I was looking forward to them playing that Duluth game. But the coaches explained to me why would they play the game, when they already got the invitation. I said because you just explained to me how you can beat Duluth. I want to see it. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like this would be competition, and this would be a team that you'll possibly see in the YNC. So why not play the team, see how they play, make the adjustments, and then you should be able to win the next game. That's what I told the coach. But just like every other coach, this season, what happened? I said that these teams, if a team, is good, They don't play certain teams, and that does what? That secured them a spot for the YNC. So the coach swore me down that, you know, they can beat this team or whatever, but I wanted to see it. I didn't want the coach to tell me anything. I wanted to see it for myself. Let me see. Coach Dede says now OG Ducks 14U could probably beat a lot of JV teams. Yeah, it's a strong possibility. Yeah, they man, did you? I don't know if you ever seen Vegas Strong. Vegas Strong. Them kids, I think that team literally, because I've been in NFL games. Them kids is bigger than some of the NFL teams. That's how huge they are. And they beat the OG Ducks 14U. Was it 14U? Yeah, 14U last year. Them kids are huge. They are really big. But I agree with you. I think they definitely beat some JV teams, because JV is really not what people try to crack it up to be. Now, the only reason I can see that they coercing people to play JV instead of having a 14U is because they looking at some monetary. They looking at it from a monetary perspective. Oh, we can get the JVs to come, like, because just look, when you got Buford. Man, Buford got a 7U, they got an 8U, they got a 9U. Hold on. I think it's yeah, they got a middle school from 7, 8, 9. I think they got a 10, they got varsity, they got a lot of teams, but you know, people ain't going to them games, and they not allowing nobody to film. So I couldn't film a lot of the games. I couldn't film a lot of the games for Duluth because they don't allow it. But who has the footage? And if you do have the footage, is it the type of footage that the kids like? Because that's who it's about. At the end of the day, it's about the kids and what they want. You know what I'm saying? They preference. They don't want out there working, you know, extra hard. So we're gonna get the kids what they want. You know, if they want certain photographers to come in, you know, videographers, they like the way they film and they preference and all that, then that's what they get. You as a city in a school, you shouldn't dictate that. And that's all they're gonna do. They're not gonna care if these kids get filmed, and which is the unfortunate part. Oh, I answered that one already. It says now OG Ducks could okay, I read that one already. It says LOL, you right, Coach Daddy. OG Ducks probably could beat some of them JV teams. Man, I definitely wouldn't put it past. I definitely wouldn't. Coach Daddy said that's the game I wanted to see. You talk so much about them. I had to see. Man, I wanted to see it. See, and that's the thing. That's how confident I was that, you know, I wanted to see that game, because the players had reached out to me from Duluth. Hey, man, we play ABA, and I didn't want to, you know, burst their bubble because the coach already told me, man, we not playing that game. So the day of, they called me and said, hey, coach, we playing tonight at 6. And I was like, man, look, bro, I'm going to this other game because I know for a fact this other game is happening. These people are not trying to play you. They're not. Even though people want to say that Duluth is, you know, it's not good or not that, man, people don't want to play them. Especially now because, like I said, if they play them, coach, what's going to happen? Are you going to lose your invite? They already got the invite. So if it was you and you got an invite and you're playing against a team that's pretty deadly and dangerous, would you take the risk? Versus they give you a, you know, just a free game to play, it don't affect you, you know, one way or the other. That's what the coach was saying. He was like, man, if it didn't affect us, then I'll play the game. But then that also sounds like you're not confident in winning. You see what I'm saying? So you got to read through. You got to read through the lines. You definitely have to read through the lines, because if you so sure, all the schemes that you telling me that you see and all the things that you say that you just got to do, show me on the field. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't sound like you're confident. That's all I'm saying, man. I want to see. I didn't see enough teams talking and get the brakes beat off of them. I don't want you to tell me anything. All I want to do is see you guys play. That's it. That's all I want to do is see it. That's it. All right, let me read this one. It said, Ken, I brought that 14U subject up because Jonah and Clayton was talking about that. He says when they were saying that all the excitement is 13U and not 14U this year at YNC. So basically, since this year, that they wasn't talking about it, and in 13U has the best season. Now they want to drop it. Like, I don't agree with that, but if that's what they want to do, because you got to remember, last year the 12U wasn't popping. Who was in the 12U? Nobody wasn't in the 12U at all. So if nobody was in the 12U, nobody was talking about them. Should you have taken away the 12U division? Because I can't name nobody that was good really for 12U. Like, even though they did have a Rampage and all that other stuff, but people weren't paying attention to them like that. Who was paying attention? I know I wasn't, because the hot division was it was 10U, it was still 11U, it was 13U, and it was 14U. Because you had the OG Ducks, Vegas Strong, and all them. You had them in it. And you had the CBE, all them. They was in it. Then for 13U, you had Rare Breeds. You had the Maryland Seahawks. You had a ton of teams in there that was good. So the 13U, like the what you call it, the Rare Breeds, because if they were still in the 14U, guess what? That division would still be popping. That division still would be popping, because remember, Maryland Seahawks and all them, they still playing. It's just that Rare Breeds and them ain't playing. Rare Breeds brought a lot of excitement because they were different from the rest of the other teams. That's why they were doing what they was doing. You know what I'm saying? So that was the case with that. He said, who you got winning the 13U YNC, man? Everybody know, man, I got Duluth winning it. Now, people are telling me I'm on my mind for saying it, but that's who I got winning, because I just feel like they have the goods. Duluth has a lot of really good players. I think they got the experience, they got the talent, they got all of it. And I think through underestimation, because I think a lot of teams already look down on them. They don't really look at them as if they belong. So I think just with that by itself, now, are there going to be some upsets? There always are. There's always are upsets. You know what I'm saying? But I think, let me see. I think Duluth gonna win it. To be honest, I do. I definitely think Duluth. He said, "Who you think winning 12U YNC?" I never had. I want to say this. I never had ABA winning it. Right? I had the Louisville Chargers, but I have to say this now. Y'all gotta watch out for FU. CBE and FU. Y'all gotta watch out for them. Y'all gotta watch out for them. And the reason I say CBE is because they not only are they a good team, but they're being underestimated. So that within itself, can breed a lot of people losing. I guess upsets can breed a lot of upsets. But yeah, I think that I definitely think that I got I can't go against Louisville, but don't sleep on. I say either if I can get two, I'm gonna say either Louisville or Falcons United. I think Louisville or Falcons United wins it because Falcons United, man, these kids hit a switch I never knew existed. I mean, they just turned it like this, and then they got one of the most elite, if not the best, quarterback in the nation. And I'm gonna concede to that. Even though I like Louisville, I still think that the Falcons United definitely they got the better quarterback. I definitely. John Wilson said I got Camo. You got Camo over Hair. Hey, that's a possibility, man. Hair is a really good team, though, man. I don't know if y'all seen them play, but them cats are really good. You talk about passing, man. These kids, they can pass, they can run. You know what I'm saying? Check down, like basically do everything. And they gave, a lot of teams problems. They gave the Rampage problems. They gave them problems. So, big FU, we bring it back to the ATL. Man, that'll be big, man. That'll definitely be big. And I gotta have y'all on too. I was gonna have a coach on here, but I just wanted y'all to stay focused, man. When I talk to y'all, I'm looking to have that conversation while I'm out there. FU quarterback don't get his praise. Hey, Hayes, man, that cat, man, he just won. Congratulations to him as well. He just won the MVP for the Franksky Bowl. And if y'all don't know who Franksky is the radio personality guy. But he just won that. And one of his premise for the people that win it is he said that they got 19 players that played in that bowl, 19 players in the NFL, and they have currently like three starters that's in the league for the NFL. So that's some big numbers. So that's just letting you know that these kids are basically being recognized when they succeed or do well in the Franksky Bowl. So I definitely think that's a good look, man. But I definitely commend Hayes because he wasn't nothing short of stellar and excellent. You know what I'm saying? And he's very humble with it. So that's a plus as well. So John Wilson, he says Camel has the defense though. Yeah, see that's the thing. That's the thing. Even though Camel has a really good defense, right? Do they have enough offense? Because even though they have a good defense, their team going to score. Somebody is going to score. Now, can they put up numbers? See, that's the thing. A team like Hare, I doubt it if you're going to lead them scoreless. So, with that being said, we have to look at the fact that these teams are really like they're good, but they got to put up numbers. You can't go there and expecting to shut everybody out. That's just not going to happen. And if they do that, matter of fact, I got an award for them. If they can do that and shut every team that they play out, I got an award for them. Coach Tim McDaniel said, Coach Ken, you and that Duluth team. hey, Duluth, man. Hey, I'm just saying. They got 8 8 welcome all players. That's some experience, man. And then they got a cornerback that that was defensive player of the year last year. Come on, man. All they gotta do is put that cat in, man, and they shutting everything down. He says, I seen that Duluth team play against the Ducks team out of Georgia, and Duluth really didn't impress me on their win. Hey, man, look, Coach, have you seen Welcome All Panthers play? I'm going to ask that question. Have you seen Welcome All Panthers play under Coach Sean? Because if you seen that team play, you would know they wasn't a team. The Welcome All Panthers wasn't a team that just beat everybody down. They didn't just beat everybody down. Sometimes they 7-6 you or 7-0. Everything wasn't win, but the experience got them to win. And that's what I'm saying. A lot of those players went to the team far as on Duluth. Some of them were Ross Elite, but a lot of them went to Duluth. And so what I'm saying is they have experience. They have experience. Some people might say, well, they don't have national experience. Man, they have experience. You got 8 players on there who have national experience, who won it. So I'm not going to count that out. Just like I'm not going to count what's their name? Louisville Chargers out. I can't do it. I'm not going to do it until somebody show me that I'm not, let me see. He says, what's up? This 00 of EMS 12U. Hey, man, congratulations to y'all, man. Y'all definitely did y'all thing. Y'all definitely did. So now that you guys are playing against what is it, Louisville Chargers? So now that y'all playing against them, how do y'all feel like y'all gonna do? And I don't want to know how y'all preparing for that game, but I do want to know that if you guys feel like you are ready. Do y'all feel like y'all ready for that game? Because it's a difference, man. I'm telling you, it's an added pressure that you guys have to be prepared for. If y'all want to win, don't be happy just to be there. You know what I'm saying? Actually win and, try to win and do y'all best, because don't go to lay down. Because you guys asked for, you guys asked for Louisville. You the only one that got a chance to get them, And so now y'all got to make the most of it. And this is y'all chance. Remember, y'all, we was talking. You remember we was talking about you guys getting notoriety and recognition and stuff like that. This is a really good chance for EMS to be on the map and stay on the map. So when y'all say, man, people don't really know us, and which is part of the reason why I brought y'all on the show, this is y'all chance right now. At least if y'all, man, overtime or whatever the situation is. Let me see. But yeah, he says Welcome All was the team to beat for like 3 years straight. Now we got to go to 6. We got to go 6 years, Coach. We got to go 6 years. 6 years straight. They was the team to beat. Tim says whoever playing the Hare Academy team is going to have their hands full. They pass, they run, and they have defense. LA Rampage only beat them 8-0. And that's what I'm saying, Coach. That's what I'm saying. Camo is a really good team. They're ranked, everything. But they can't come with just defense. They often got to be on point. Hare is a really good team. Really good team. And as you can see, they're standing on defense. Some people ridicule me for saying that they got a good cornerback. They got some of the best cornerbacks. They ridicule me for that. And I didn't understand why, but you don't get there in a position that you're in, not being a good defensive team. They're a really good defensive team. Now I want to say that Camo is one of the better defensive teams in the country, but like I said, man, when it's almost like this. In basketball, you already know the player that plays great defense, right? They always tell you what? Better offense beats better defense. Good offense beat good defense any day. So when you got a team like here who has a really stellar offense, and you got a team like Camo has a really stellar defense. Now, if they understand schemes, they're going to be able to somehow get around your schemes. They're going to be able to make the right calls to combat that. So my thing is, it's just going to be a lot harder to do it, from Camo. But at the same time, when Camo making stops, are they going to be able to make plays on the offensive end? So that's what matters. That you just can't expect, to zero, shut every team down in the Y and C. So I don't see that happening at all. At all. Let me see. Coach Dede says right here going to shock a lot of people. Hey, Coach, it's not going to be a shock, though. It's definitely not going to be a shock because I've seen them. And I don't even think the Rampage want to play them again. I'm going to be honest with you. Camo going to shock a lot of people. Man, Camo, yeah, they for sure. He said they might not have number 13 or number 1. And we feel like we more than ready. Defense win championships, but you have to be able to score also, and that's really, I said everything that I said to say that, Coach, because like I said, there are going to be some teams that score on you, but like you seen with LA Rampage, it was an 8-0 game. Now they might score, right? They might score on Camo, but can Camo score on them? And that's what it boils down to, because man, these kids are for real. I want to say, if I had to say who had the stackest division or stackest age in the age group, I probably want to say 13U. I say 13U. I say 11U. Then I'll say 12U, number 3. And then number 4, I'll go, man, matter of fact, I'm going to go number 3 with 10U. I'm going to go number 3 with 10U. And then 12U, I'm going to go number 4 as far as competition. Because I think Lambeau is going to, I ain't going to say breeze their way through, but I think that they're going to win it. I think that that's for 9U, 8U, who I got. I think the Georgia Eagles has a really good chance of winning it for the AU. Them are Twin City. Then I have for, I guess, 10U, I'm gonna say Rare Breeze win that. For 11U, I'm still going with the 4-Pete RDU. I think they make history. Then we got 12U. Right now, I'm going with Louisville, but if not them, I think the Falcons United wins it if they stay healthy. I think Falcons United win it. Then 12U, yeah. Hey, I gotta laugh because I know y'all gonna get on me. I got Duluth 13U and 14U. I think that is open. I think that's open. I'm not gonna even say OG Ducks. I think that is open. I'm gonna leave it open because um, I still think that like you got teams like Vegas Strong who's still good. You got a lot of teams. It says don't. Oh, hey, hold on. I'm gonna read this one first, and I'm gonna get to the next one. John Wilson says, who do you think has the best offense in 13U? The best offense 13U hands down is LA Rampage. At number 2, Hare Academy. If you ask me, some people want to say, the KC Outlaws and all that. Nah, I gotta go with Hare. I have to. And then we got Miami Garden Ravens. They got some good people. Let me see. Hold on. John, what does it say? He said, don't start that Duluth stuff. I'm just saying. I'm just hey, I don't know why why Duluth can't get no credit though. I'm really intrigued by this. Like I really want to know why Duluth don't get no credit. Because they are a really legit team. And people want to say, see, and that's what I'm saying. They are the modern day welcome all Panthers. Seriously, they are. And I got to give credit when credit due. I know that the games coach that y'all may have seen, wasn't impressive or didn't impress y'all. But guess what? Remember this. ABA, they played, remember, Ross Elite, right? They played LA Rampage. They didn't do well at all against LA Rampage. What happened? They played ABA the next day, and ABA almost won that game, right? But then a week or two later, Ross Elite played ABA and beat them almost 30-0. They beat them almost 30-0. So it don't have to look good, right? It doesn't have to look good all the time. It doesn't. For a team to actually be let me see what he said, man. I think Duluth just good. I feel like they don't get respect because they don't play good teams. Hey, that's a really good point. That's a really good point, and that's why I disagree with middle school ball. That's why I disagree with middle school ball, because which one y'all feel gives you more exposure? Playing the same teams in your in your county, right? Or playing other teams nationwide. Who you think gonna get your name out there? Which one gonna get your name out there a lot quicker? Because if it's me, I think playing youth football is going to get your name out there way quicker than playing middle school ball, because their objective is not to maximize the exposure for the kids. Their objective is to create these games. They benefit off of it, and that's that. They don't care about these kids having all the photos and videography about themselves. And if they do it, guess what? They're gonna have to pay an arm and a leg to get it. So I definitely disagree with. Oh man, y'all got an Amber Alert. I guess that's the Duluth call. I don't know. Atlanta Guy Amber Alert LIC CRF 9791 GOS 2017 Blue Toyota RAV4. Okay, they were saying they saying, man, be on the alert for Duluth. That's what that call was. I just got an alert. They said Duluth on the rise. They might win it. They might win the whole thing. John Wilson said when Duluth lose first round, what you dang. You got them losing first round? They number 3, so they gotta play one of the better teams. I mean, one of the lesser better teams. So I think the first game, might be a struggle game, but I feel like they get over the hump. But if they win it, then what y'all gonna say? What y'all gonna say if Duluth win it? Coach Dede says most youth team uniforms more organized and well structured than some high schools. Yeah, and the cold part is, but they're a middle school. The Duluth, they still 8th grade. They still middle school, but they don't, they don't really focus on it how we do. And then, like I said, they get to travel. Some of them are travel teams, so they get to travel. They get to, get more exposure. More people get to know who they are. I don't know nobody that really knows Deuce Gerald's that much. And he's number 99 from Duluth. I don't know if he get the proper exposure that he needs. But had he played against, those elite teams like the LA Rampage, City Life, the Clock Boys, if they get a chance to play against them and he's thriving and doing his thing, guess what? Everybody knows who he is. More exposure. That means more scouters get to know who he is. More film is in front of their desk. See, all that stuff matters. That's why it's important for these teams to, to be able to play outside of their league. He said they not gonna winning for a fact. Ooh, that's a fact? You said factually that they're not gonna win. So what team do you feel is gonna knock them off? Huh? Yeah, John getting at me. So he just tossing my little prediction. He just with a tennis rack. He said, Coach said, John, don't go there on Ken. Hey man, I think so. He's saying they all right. So at least I get some credit if they get past first round. Come on, man. We gotta meet in the middle somehow. Just a little. Second round? Not even second round? Y'all gonna get him? It's a Camo, man, like when they was on here, like they said, man, we so stacked that basically we got 2 of everybody, like elite players. So I seen their offense, man. They got really better on their offense, but it wasn't against the elite team. You know how some teams they look really good versus teams that's not, up there, right? But then they play against a team who is up there, and then it's like that offense is gone. Like, where is it? Like, this ain't a team that I've seen because better teams can negate certain certain plays and stuff like that. They are also well equipped. So Camo can possibly do well. Duluth, I believe, is going to do well. I just want to know where or when would I get credit? How far do they have to go before I get any type of credit? Do they got to go to at least the second or third round, or they got to win it all? Are you just going by my word 100%? Because because you guys said, well, one of y'all said that basically they're not even going to go past first round. Now, if they do, Now we gotta see. Like, let's say if they beat a Clock Boys, do I get credit even if they don't win it? Because this is important. I got to see how much leeway that y'all giving me, because I think Duluth is for the reason for the reason in this chat, the comments section, a lot of people underestimate them because since they play lesser competition, right? Far for the middle school. Okay, so but would I get credit though, John? Because I think they're going to show that they definitely belong. Because I'm really basing it off of last year. I thought last year that Duluth can win it. Yeah, nah, they might for sure win it. And he said, and they wouldn't beat Clock Boys. All right, so if they beat Clock Boys, right? If they beat Clock Boys, then we got to say that they was for real and legit. All right. So I don't know if they get a chance to play them, but yeah. So I'm gonna take that.